All right, here we go. Game 4 of the Silver Stick. Orangeville Flyers versus Brampton 45's. Lunny steps in to take the face-off for the Flyers. Lunny wins it back. Felix up the right side. 45 is in over the blue line. Fired across by Felix to the far wing. Way chips it to center ice. 45s dump it back in the Flyers' territory. Felix back behind his net to pick it up. Chipped off his stick to the near corner. Shot over the net. Rebound goes to the far corner. Gower's there at the half boards. Slips through his legs. 45s keep it in the zone. Gower off the boards to the blue line. Kept in. Felix pressuring. Centering pass picked off by Lunny. He'll chip it off the left wing at the center ice. 45 send it right back in the Flyers' territory. The Flyers ate too much for lunch. Way in the near corner. Gets that to Andrade at the half boards. Pass back to Felix. Felix up to Gower at the half boards. He'll chip it off the board to center ice. 45 send it back in the zone. Way at the face-off circle. Tipped by Lunny on the wrong side of center, and that'll go for icing.
We're not in your theater, right?
Nope.
Sort of make sure not your way. We enjoy when you do this.
Nichols steps in to take the face-off. He'll win it back. Sloan hard around the near boards to DeCamillis at the blue line. He'll chip it out. Nickel shovel pass forward intended for Kelly. Was behind him. 45s bring it back in over the blue line. A little offside, but no call. Puck's dumped around to the near wings to the half boards. DeCamillis, he'll skate it up. Lead pass for Kelly in over the blue line. 45s control it off the glass. 45s come up with it. They'll skate it behind their net out the far side. Nickel pressuring. Puck comes to the blue line. 45s bring it up to the left or the right wing. Nickel sends it back into the 45 zone. Cross ice blocked there by DeCamillis. Second effort. DeCamillis gets that on the stick. He gets hauled down. Where's the call? DeCamillis in the boards. 45 is up the near wing. Sloan at the blue line. DeCamillis clears. Hunter in the far corner pressuring. 45 sent it up the far wing. With the blue line and out. Jeffrey Stedman to Telford. He'll step around one. Cuts towards the near wing. Gets bumped by the 45s, but gets the puck in the zone. Lunny pressuring. Telford at the half boards. 45s lifted high over the glass and out of play. Face off deep in the 45s territory. 7:10 to go in the first period. Lunny in for the face-off. Centerman gets waved out. They'll win the face-off back to the near side. Played behind the net to the far corner. Lunny picks it up. Steps off the board. Cuts across the top of the zone. 45s get a piece of it, and they'll chip that up to center ice. Lunny back to collect it at the Flyers' blue line. Misplayed. 45s are in the zone. Wraparound attempt out front. Pass saved by Dittman. He'll kick that to the near corner. Telford gets it to Lunny at the half boards. He'll bring it down the right side. Lunny in over the blue line. Gets held up. Telford picks up the loose puck. Cuts to the middle. Circles. Gets it on his forehand. Across to Felix. Felix lets a shot go. He missed high and wide. Puck bounces funny off the back glass. Cleared back behind the net by Hunter. Lunny tries to come out front. Hunter in the far corner. He's getting some attention. Telford steps in to give him a hand. Lunny keeping an eye for the loose puck. Telford picks it up behind the net. Centering attempt off the 45's player. Savory pinching, gets a shot on target. 45 sent it up the near wing to Felix at the blue line. He kept it in. Hunter in the far corner. Gets it to the far half boards. 45s are there. They'll chip it down the ice past Savory all the way into the Flyers territory for icing. 5:51 to play in the first period. Nickel in for the faceoff. Nickel has it in his feet, couldn't find it. Gower steps in, 45s chip it out through center, in over the Flyers' right wing. Shot from the faceoff circle. Dittman makes the save and covers it for the whistle. Nickel back in for the faceoff. He'll win that back away. Hard around the near wing. That'll go all the way down the ice. Andrade on his horse. Won't beat the icing call. Neither will Gower. That'll bring the puck all the way back into the Flyers' territory. Nickel back in for the draw. One by the 45s. Nickel gets a piece of it. To the blue line and out to Andrade. He'll set that for Nickel. Lead pass for Gower, picked off by the 45s. Nickel with a good stick check. Gets it to Gower. Gower in over the blue line for Andrade. Andrade. Throw it on net. Loose puck. Cleared out to the slot. Shot went wide. Andrade on the rebound in the far corner. He gets pinned. Andrade battling 45s. Strip it. Bring it up the far wing. 45s through center. Lifted into the Flyers territory. Down the right side. Centering pass. Out front shot. Dittman with the big glove. Loose puck in the blue paint. That was a quick whistle. Dittman came up with a couple big saves in the last few minutes. Lunny in for the faceoff. He wins that to Jeffrey Stedman. Sends it around the far wing to Kelly at the half boards. 45s get there first. They'll chip it off the boards and into the near far corner. Played behind the net to the near side. Lunny gets it to the half boards. Picked up there by Deacon Millis. They'll both drive it through center ice. Lunny runs over his man. Brings it in over the blue line down the right side to the near corner. Lunny picks up the loose puck. 45s are Savory pinching. 45s get it to the blue line. Lunny kept it in. 45s regroup back in their own end. Shovel it to the blue line. This time it'll come out. Lunny back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll send it off the near wing for Deacon Millis. Brings it over the blue line. Stick check goes to the near side. Deacon Millis gets pinned. 45 send it out the far wing to the half boards. Telford's there. Savory with the shot missed just wide. Deacon Millis to the near corner. 45s chip that up to the center ice. Icing waved off. Jeffrey Stedman back to pick it up. 45s changing. Flyers play it up the right side to Telford. Cross ice. Kelly in over the blue line, held there by Deacon Millis. He'll get it to the far corner. Deacon Millis getting a bit of a hook. Telford away at the point. He lets a shot go. That hits the body in front and drifts harmlessly to the near wing. 45 is up through the middle. Pass behind. Comes into the Flyers territory. Way back to collect it. He'll throw it off the boards to the blue line, but not out. Hunter, he was there. He brings it up to center for Deacon Millis. Deacon Millis in over the blue line. Throws it on net. Tip hits the body. Bouncing puck. Hunter almost buried it. Comes to Way at the half board. She winds up. Doesn't get the shot off. 45 is up through center ice. They'll bring it over the left wing of the Flyers territory. Shot blocked by Felix. That puck goes behind the Flyers net. Brought out front in the opening shot. Missed wide. Nickel picks up the loose puck, sends it up the far wing to the blue line, but not out. Way back in his own end, sends it around the near side for Felix. Felix chips it up the near wing for Telford at center. Telford shovels it over the blue line. Nickel there to help him. Nickel in for the face-off. Come back by Nickel. Hunter picks it up, gets the shot off. Nickel with the rebound. He gets hammered into the net. Saved by the 45, but Nickel gets bumped hard into the net. Where's the calls? Nickel back in for the face-off. Want it forward. 45's get it to the blue line and out. Felix doesn't hold it. 45's get the break. Down through the middle. Hunter back checking. Takes off his glove. Flyers are going to the penalty box. I think. Refs don't know what they're calling.
But yesterday, this is the last 14 last pop.
Looks like Telford's going to the box. 2 minutes for hooking.
I have to take half of mine. So sharing is caring.
We got 4-on-4 for 1:39. Two minutes to go in the second period, or first period, sorry. He gets waved out. Felix in to take the face-off. One by the 45s to the blue line. Dumped back in the middle. Steered towards the net. Nickel clears it to the outside for Hunter. Hunter cuts it back into the near wing. Way shovels it up the right wing in over the blue line. Icing waved off. 45's back to pick it up into the far side. 5's pick up the loose puck and they'll bring it down the left wing. 45's through center in over the Flyers blue line. Cutting across to the far side. Hunter strips it. He'll bring it back the other way. Hunter cross center in over the right side. Hits the brakes. Tries to drag it in. He gets bumped. Felix along the near wing. 45's get a piece of it and they'll play it up through center. In over the left wing of the Flyers territory. Walks in front. They score. Gowering for the face-off. Wins that back. Jeffrey Stedman up the left side, dumps it into the far corner. Andrade skating around, tries to get there behind the net. 45s get it to the far corner, and they'll bring it behind to the near wing. Flyers goal scored by number 16, Nathan Andrade. 19.1 seconds to go in the first period. Flyers still down a man. Lunny steps in to take the face-off. Lunny wins it forward through the legs, brings it in over the blue line. He gets stood up. 45's cleared to the far wing. He wipes out. They'll bring it up the left side through center. Across the Flyers blue line in the middle. Held there by Lunny. Sloan got a piece of him. Lunny going to pick up a stick, a shot over the net, and that'll do it for the first period. Here we go to start the second period. Scores tied at 1 apiece. Lunny in for the faceoff. Kicked forward. Brampton. 45's cleared up the right wing in over the Flyers blue line. They'll lose it at the half boards. Kelly gets it up, back up center ice. 45 sent it on the opposite wing. DeCamillis pressuring at the red line. Loose puck pushed forward by the 40. Why is there a whistle? Yeah, it was a hand pass, but wow. The refs might need different glasses. I don't get that. Anyway, Lunny in for the face-off. Wins it to the far side. Played back to Felix. Felix to Savory. Savory will send it up the left wing for Kelly. Stripped there by the 45s. Will bring it back in over the blue line. 45s misplayed. Didn't get the shot off. Savory clears it to the near wing for Lunny. Off the boards. Intended for Kelly. Stopped there by the 45s. Who dump it back in around the Flyers net to the far corner. Felix lets it high to the blue line, but not out. DeCamillis battling. 45s come off the boards with it. Loose puck. Nobody knows where it is, except for Felix. He jumps in from the corner to pick it up. Felix behind his net, plays it around the near wing for Kelly. He'll tip it out over the blue line to center ice. Kelly overskates it, gets landed on. Loose puck. DeCamillis steps in. Lunny plays it off the boards. Shovels it in over the right side. Kelly backs him up at center ice. Skates it to the far wing. In over the blue line, down the right side. Kelly to the corner. Centering pass. DeCamillis with the shot. Rebound. Lunny fires it over the net. Good idea. Just a little too much on it. Felix back at center ice. Play it across to Savory. Savory up the wing for Kelly, who backhands it into the zone to the near corner. 45s get there first. They'll play it behind the net to the far side. Lunny on it. Gets a piece of it to Kelly in the slot. He turns, fires wide of the net. Rebound. The puck settles down behind the net. 45 sent it out the far half boards to the blue line. Gower kept it there. Gets it open to DeCamillis. Tipped in front by Lunny. Loose puck. Gower picks it up. Gets a shot off. 45's goaltender does a good job keeping it out. Way at the blue line. Under pressure. Walks into the middle. Shoots. Out there by the 45's goaltender for the whistle. $7:50 to go on the second period. Nickel in for the faceoff. One back by the 45s to the corner. They'll play that to the half boards. Andrade skates, kept it there. Sloan pinching. 45s get a piece of it, and they'll bring it up down the left wing. You know, the Flyers' own shot. Bad save by Gittman. Rebound goes to the far corner. Way. And Nickel. And Andrade in the corner. Nickel comes up with it. Sends it around the near side for Gower. Gower picks it up at the half boards. Shovels it to the blue line. Chips it out past the defense. Picks it up at center. Loose puck. Gower on it. Nickel steps in. 45's there. Nickel gets it to the blue line. 45 send it back to Flyers territory. Way skates through everybody in over the left wing. Walks in, shot. That missed about a mile wide. Rebound comes to Sloan at the far corner. He couldn't hold it in. Andrade back to Sloan across the way. Way up the right or left side. Shot from center ice. Missed by about a foot. Andrade on the rebound at the half boards. He runs out of room. 45's pick it up. Passed up through center. Way off his backhand. Has to get moving. Takes the man. Dittman with the save.
Nice try. Okay,
and the Flyers are going to the penalty box. Two minutes for body contact. 6:41 to go in the second period. Lunny steps in to take the face-off. Lunny on the draw, quick shot. Dittman covers it for the whistle. Lunny back in for the face-off. They get a piece of it. Hunter in his feet, couldn't find it. Back to Lunny. He'll get that to Jeffrey Stedman. He plays it off the near wing to the blue line, but not out. 45 is back in the zone. Jeffrey Stedman steers it to the outside. Hunter avoids a hit. Stedman to the blue line. Thrown on net. Felix gets a piece of it. He'll send it out the far wing. On the ice, Lunny on his horse. He lifts a stick. Just overskated the puck in the far corner. 45's out the far wing. 45's down the left wing and over the Flyers' blue line. Felix keeping him on the outside. Shot over the net up to the near point. 45's kept it in. From the corner, walking out front. Shot. I think Dittman got a piece of that one. 45's back on the point. Throws it on net. Gloved by with Dittman. He'll cover it for the whistle. One minute to go on the penalty. Kelly steps in for the face-off. .45's win the face-off. Back to the point. Going towards the net. Hit the stick and comes to the near side. 45's with possession. Telfer picks it up. Fires it down the left wing. Kelly. He'll get there first. Kelly gets tied up. Hooked down. 45's come up with it. They'll bring it out across through center ice. In over the Flyers' blue line. Through the middle. Shot. Up by Dittman. Kelly back in for the face-off for the Flyers. He'll win it this time. Sloan to the blue line, but not out. Telford got a piece of it to clear it. In his feet, everybody's overskating it. Telford picks it up at center ice. Stick check to the near wing. 45's pick it up and bring it down the right side. Savory finding an open lane and sending it to the far corner. Telford in on the forecheck. 45's play it far to the blue line. Kelly kept it in. Kelly skates it to the far corner and brings it around to the near side. Kelly lays it out front, back to 5-on-5. 45's pick it up in the far corner and overskates it. Kelly pressuring, keeps it there. Kelly in the far corner, almost came out with it. 45's pick up the loose puck. We'll bring it behind the net. They'll lift it down the left wing, or right side, all the way down into the Flyers territory. That's spinning. Icing waved off at the very last second. Telford off the wing to the blue line, but not out. G. Camillus comes up with a loose puck. He'll skate it out. 45 is pressuring, get it back in over the Flyers' blue line. Through the middle, Nickel to Sloan to Savory, backhand to Telford. Telford across to Nickel at center. Nickel in over the right side. He'll take it to the far corner, hits the brakes, plays it back to the point. The Flyers' defense were changing. Felix gets a piece of it, dumps it into the zone before he fell. 45's Back to the Flyers blue line. Felix is there. Sent across to Way. Back to Felix. Off the boards to the blue line. Way kept it in. Way walks through, walks in deep. Lets a shot go on target. Rebound, sits there. But he peeled off in the wrong direction. 45's capitalized. Long lead pass. Past everybody for icing. 3:04 to go in the second period. Lunny in for the face-off for the Flyers. One to Andrade with a quick shot. 45's goaltender got his pad down just in time. Loose puck comes to the far point. Andrade shovels it down the boards. 45's are there to keep a piece of it. Gower to Lunny. Lunny breaks it to the near corner. Stick lifted. Lunny to the half boards. Picked up by the 45's. They'll bring it down through center. In over the right side of the Flyers territory. Shot across ice to the far corner. 45's up the boards. Picked off. Andrade picks up the loose puck. Sees Lunny, tries to feed him. That hit a skate. Andrade picks up the loose puck and brings it down the right side. Andrade gets pinned along the boards. 45's pick up the loose puck behind the net. Up the right side to center. 45's back to their blue line. Gower stands up his man. 45's player comes through everybody. In over the blue line to the middle. Shot on net. Dittman will cover it for the whistle. .207 to play in the second period. Nickel on the face-off. One back by the 45's. Quick shot. Way picks up that loose puck. Lead pass for Carter Hunter in over the blue line. Kelly backing him up, dumps it in. Flyers 45's. Get out. Hunter dumps it in behind the 45's net. They'll play it to the far front. 45's player falls, gets the puck to the far corner. 45's up the left side. Gets center ice, dumps it into the nearest corner. 45's pick it up, bring it behind the net to the far side. To the point. Thrown on net, missed wide to the near corner. Sloan backhands that up the near wing. Hunter, or Lunny, sorry, pressuring. And they'll call him offside. Lunny in for the face-off. Lunny getting waved out. Felix steps in. No, he didn't. It was 12 that came in late. Wow. Hunter in for the faceoff, wins that back to Lunny. He'll play it to Felix, back to Jeffrey Stedman. Off the boards, back to Lunny. Sent it back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll have to go back into his own end. Stedman up to Telford. He'll try to send it around the boards. 45's dump it back into Flyers territory. Felix to Jeffrey Stedman. That was on his back foot. He has to turn around back in the Flyers corner. Boys, get your passes on. Felix to Telford at the blue line. Does get it out. Back to Telford. He'll bring it up the right side. Telford tries to toe drag. Doesn't get it around him. 45's cleared that puck back to center. Lunny brings it in over the right side. Shot. Rebound. Cleared to the point. Felix with the shot. Missed wide. Rebound comes to the near corner. And that'll do it for the second period. After the first two periods.
we're just giving play-by-play without winning play-by-play.
It's like I'm just adding art inside.
Yeah, you need to mix that, right?
45 centering pass, loose puck, cleared out of the way by Sloan. He'll get it to DeCamillis at the half board. The left side, pressuring. Gower picks up the loose puck. Centering pass to DeCamillis. In over the blue line. Cuts to the corner. DeCamillis steered to the far corner by Savory. 45's player slipping. Savory picks up the loose puck. Spinning. Plays it behind the net to the far corner for Gower. Gower, lead pass, intended for Andrade. 45's regroup, pick it back up, shot. Dibman makes a save. Sloan clears the puck out to Gower on the far corner. He'll play it off the boards, but the linesman kept it in. 45's in tight. Sloan with some good body contact. Shot. Dibman with the glove holds on for the whistle. .13 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the third period. Lunny in for the faceoff. One back by the 45s. Lunny pressuring, gets a stick knocked out of his hand. Felix along the half boards. 45 send it behind the net to the near corner. Kelly picks it up in the corner. No, he overskated it. 45s come up with it. They'll try to walk out. Felix getting taken down. Takes a knee, gets the lead pass up to Andrade through center. Andrade in over the blue line, cuts to the far corner. Shot. 45's goaltender keeps that one out. Cleared to the blue line. Way kept it in for a second. 45's pick up the loose puck and they'll skate it up through center. In over the right side, offside. Lunny back in for the faceoff. In the feet, 45's chip it to the blue line. Andrade back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll send it to Kelly up the left wing. Kelly gets the blue line. He gets stood up. 45's pick up the loose puck. They'll bring it to the far corner off the boards. To the blue line, Jeffrey Stedman pinching. Just kept it in for a second. 45's cleared down the right wing. Savory back to pick up the loose puck. Fires harder on the boards to Andrade. Dumps it up to center ice. No Flyers are there. Kelly does a good job. Gets it to Lunny. Lunny brings it in over the blue line. Takes it wide. Gets shoved off the... Lunny behind the net. Walks in front. Shot. Rebound. Just over 11 and a half minutes to play in the third period. Nickel in for the faceoff. Not entirely sure what's going on. Nickel in for the faceoff. No, he gets waved out. Telford wins the draw. Back Nickel. Savory off the boards. Back to Nickel at the half boards. He lets a shot go. That hit a body. Bouncing puck. Reeled down by Lunny. He'll take it to the far wing. Or near side, sorry. Lunny behind the net. Out front. Lunny had the stick check. Loose puck. Bouncing. Kicked to the far corner by the 45s. He'll play that up the wing. Out front. Telford at the half boards. He'll walk out. Telford cutting back towards the middle. In over the 45's blue line. Telford with the puck shot. Loose puck sits there. Nickel. One back by the 45's to the near corner. They'll play it behind the net to the far side. just lost the handle. Andretti into the corner. 10 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the third period. Lunny in for the face-off. Wins that to Andretti with the quick shot. Blocker save. Rebound goes to the far half boards. 45's turn. Fire that down the ice. Lunny picks it up. Brings it back to center. Lunny with some speed enters the zone. Cuts through the middle. Loose puck. Shot. Saved there by the 45's goaltender. Back to the point at Jeffrey Stedman. He winds up. Lets the shot go. He scores! Flyers goal scored by number 12. Rowan Jeffrey Stedman. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the third period. In the near corner. He'll play it back behind the net to the far side. Kelly in deep. He holds the puck, kicks it up to the half boards. Kelly dumps it back in behind for Telford. Telford out front, past everybody. Sloan in the slot, throws it wide of the net. Telford picks up the loose puck, tries to center it in the skates of the 45's player. They'll get a piece of it to the near boards. Cleared to the blue line, but not out. Sloan with a shot. Kelly, picks it up, gets the backhand off the side of the net to Nickel. Out front for Telford, his stick was tied up. Savory dumps it towards the net. Telford to Savory. He'll play it back in deep behind the 45's goal. He'll send it to the near side, played along the boards, just past Sloan. Savory back to collect that in his own end. Takes it behind the net to the far side. Outlet pass picked off by the 45's. Nickel gets it to centers. Telford picks it up. Telford gets a stick check, gets the puck into the half boards, walks off with it, tries to cut back through traffic. Nickel with the shot, doesn't make it to the net. Sloan fires, bad save. Telford with the rebound, turns, fires. Scooped up by the 45's goaltender for the whistle. Just under 8 minutes to go in the third period. Lunny in for the face-off. Oh, he's getting waved out. DeCamillis steps in to take his place. DeCamillis won the drop, but there's a whistle. So the Flyers are trying to understand why their centerman got waved out. Well, both teams reset. DeCamillis still in for the face-off. One back by the 45's. DeCamillis gets tied up. 45's played off the glass to the near boards, to the blue line. Felix kept it in. No, he didn't. 45's bring it up the right side. Hunter sends it back to the 45 zone. They'll bring it up to center. Hunter picks it up, brings it in over the left wing. Where's the hook? 45's in the near side. Sent it to the blue line, up to center. Felix to Lunny. Lunny backhands that to DeCamillis, who will shove it in over the blue line, where he gets pumped. 45's outlet pass down the right side. Lunny gets back, breaks up that pass. 45's get it to the far corner. Jeffrey Stedman plays it off the boards to Felix in the near corner. Felix gets it out of the zone. DeCamillis and Felix battling at center ice. Lunny picks it up, dumps it to center. 45's are waiting for it. They'll bring it in over the left wing. 45's cut towards the middle, shot. Loose puck picked off by Felix. He'll send it to the far corner. 45's back in behind the Flyers goal. Jeffrey Stedman around the near wing. To the blue, or to the half boards. DeCamillis picks it up. He'll clear the zone. DeCamillis stick check. 45's clear it back. DeCamillis picks up the loose puck, sends it to center ice. Hunter had his stick tied up, dumps it into the zone. 45's up the right side, Andretti ties up his man, plays it back to Way. He missed it, took his eye off the puck. Way back in the far corner, Burns fires off the boards. 45's are in tight. Way shakes off that aggression. Gower, cross ice intended for Andretti. Savory does a good job, sends it back into the 45's territory. Pass through everybody, and that'll go for icing. 5:51 to play in the third period. Nickel steps in to take the faceoff. Tied up puck. 45's come up with it. They'll skate it out over their blue line, up through center. Taking it wide. Way. He's going to the box. Way. Flyers penalty, number 14. Way. 2 minutes for interference. .5:39 to play in the third period. Flyers going to the penalty kill. Kelly steps in to take the faceoff. Kelly wins the draw on his feet. Jeffrey Stedman turns, fires it down the ice. Telford on his horse, trying to beat them. 45's get there first. They'll play it to the far corner and bring it up the right wing. Telford pressuring. 45's lost it at the center ice. Kelly with a good stick. 45's back up through center. In over the left wing. They'll chip it into this Flyers territory behind the net. Sloan back to the near corner for Telford. He turns, fires it through center. Kelly trying to go for the skate there. Intercepts the 45's player in the far corner. They'll play it around the near side. Kelly still battling at the half boards. Puck comes to center. Telford dumps it in. Back to Telford. He'll lift it in on net. Bouncing puck. 45's goaltender plays it. Kelly pressuring. Just zigged when he should have zagged. Telford with a good breakup. Gets to the puck. Back to center. 45 strip it. They'll dump it into the zone. Sloan back to collect it. He'll send it out the far wing to the blue line and out. Kelly battling. Swiped at it, and that went over the Flyers bench. .47 seconds to go on the Flyers penalty. Lunny in for the faceoff. Lunny wins it forward, picks up a loose puck at center ice, chips it into the 45 zone. Got away with a hook there. 45's clear it back to center. Felix dumps it in. DeCamillis clears and heads back into the zone. 45's behind the net to the far corner. Up the wing. Savory does a good job dumping it back into the zone. DeCamillis again back in for the forecheck. Puck's cleared to the blue line. Felix read it, picked it up, and brought it to the half boards before sending it behind the net. 10 seconds to go on the penalty. 45's intercepted. DeCamillis dumps it to the far corner. 45 sent it around the near wing. Lunny looked at the clock, sees we're back to 5-on-5. Lunny behind the net. Way back in deep. Behind the net. Lunny gets tripped up. Where's the call, ref? 45 is down the left side. DeCamillis pumps his man. Puck goes behind the Flyers net. 45s are there first. Outlet pass. Savory to Way. Way takes it out over the blue line. Shakes off a couple. Way in over the blue line. Lets a shot go. A little high. Rebound. Off the back foot. DeCamillis is being grabbed and pushed out. Back to 5-on-5 with 3:06 to play in the third period. Nickel on the faceoff. On that back, Jeffrey Stedman with the point shot. Missed just wide. Rebound comes to the near half boards. 45's pick it up and bring it down the left side. In over the blue line, they'll send it to the far corner. Jeffrey Stedman to the half boards. In some feet, 45's get a piece of it. Felix, shot on net by the 45's and glove there by Dittman. Nickel in for the face-off. Won by the 45's. Quick shot off the side of the net. Jeffrey Stedman sends it to the far corner, to the half boards. Hunter picks it up. He'll skate it out, up through center. Hunter in over the blue line. Just lost it to the far corner. 45's pick it up. They'll send it off the boards to the blue line and out. Overskated. Nickel has a stick on it. 45's pick up the loose puck and gain the Flyers territory. Jeffrey Stedman keeping him on the outside. Wraparound attempt. Dittman shut the door there. Nickel with the puck sends it around the far boards. That was out. 45's in, offside. .209 to play in the third period. Flyers with a 2-1 lead. Lonnie back in for the faceoff. By the 45's, they'll play it off to the left side and over the Flyers blue line. Lonnie gets it to Telford. Telford misplayed. He'll backhand that one to Andrade at center ice. Andrade tied up. Gets to the blue line but not in. Andrade and Telford battling. Lonnie just overskated it. Got a piece. Sloan back in his own end. He'll clear that to the blue line and out to Telford. Couldn't hold on to it. 45's back in the zone. Good stick by Andrade. Lunny and Telford. A minute and a half to go. 45's win the draw to the blue line. Lunny chips it up to center. Telford on it. Lunny with a bit of a break. Lunny shoots, he scores! Nickel in for the faceoff. He'll win it. Kelly tying up his man. DeCamillis gets it to Nickel. Good stick check. Comes back to DeCamillis. He'll cut to the near wing. DeCamillis in over the right side. Lost it at the half boards. Nickel steps in at the blue line. 45's played up through the middle. Way picks that up just outside of his zone. Cuts to the middle. Way in over the blue line. Skates to the near wing. 1 minute to go. Shot on net. And finally, things explode.
He had his yesterday.
'So the Flyers have 4 guys in the penalty box right now. .45's have 3 guys in the block. All right, I think they finally got this sorted out. So we got a 5-on-4. Flyer pass cleared out by Jeffrey Stedman to the near half boards. Shot through traffic. That bounces harmlessly to the far corner. 45's back to the top of the face-off circle. Lunny pressuring. Doesn't get it out. 45's back at the half board, spinning to the point. Shot through traffic. Glove down by Dittman. He holds on to that one for the save. .45's pulled their goalie for the extra attacker. 6.2 seconds to go in the third period. 6-on-4. Lunny on the face-off. Wins that back to the far corner. Jeffrey Stedman around the far half boards. 45's kept it in, and that'll do it for the game. Final score, Orangeville 3, Brampton 1.